Welcome back, Kia owners. Well, today I'm going to show you how to replace your PCV valves. This is really easy to do. Don't pay somebody else to do it. It only takes a couple of simple tools. But before we get started, don't forget to check out my YouTube channel where you'll see more Kia DIY repair videos. But before we get started, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell. Believe it or not, this really helps me to continue making these videos. Okay, well, what I have is a 2016 Kia Soul. It has a 1.6 engine in it, and it's an automatic. Hopefully your engine's been sitting so it's not hot. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take off this plastic cover. This plastic cover is made out of plastic, so be careful when you remove it. There's 2 clips in the front and 2 clips in the back. All you have to do is grab the front and lightly pull up on each corner, and it should pop up. Pull straight up on the front and pull straight up on the back. You can see the 4 nipples that the cover snaps into. Now your PCV valve is located right here where this red arrow is at. How do you know if you need this valve replaced? Well, let's look at some of the symptoms. Here are the possible symptoms you may have if you have a bad PCV valve. Number 1, if you have any misfires. Number 2, if you're noticing you're using more oil than usual or some oil leaks, you may need one. Number 3, white, black, blue smoke from the exhaust. Number 4, if you're getting any engine stalls. Number 5, poor fuel economy. Number 6, your check engine light is on. Number 7, if you have an OBD2 scanner, it may be giving you lean code readings. Number 8, it may read that you have a bad O2 sensor when all you really need is a valve. Number 9, high RPM or rough idle. Number 10, lean or rich fuel mixture. Or number 11, poor acceleration. All these symptoms may be because you have a bad PCV valve. And if it is bad, causing any of these issues, you're in luck, because this valve only costs anywhere between $10 and $15. And it doesn't require any special tools. But if you're like me, don't wait till this part malfunctions. What I usually do is try to change this out at the same time when I do my tune-up. So when you change your spark plugs, you may want to change this also. If you do, it may last you 25,000 to 100,000 miles depending on how you drive and the terrain you drive. Now if you notice, you may or may not have this rubber boot around it. Next, on the right side, you'll notice you'll have this clip. This clip holds the hose into place into the PCV valve. If you notice, I'm going to push back on this rubber boot. You can see you're going to have to use a wrench to remove this valve. It's threaded in. Here, let me see if I can give you a better look. Yeah, you can see it right here where you need to put the wrench in. So the first thing we want to do is remove this hose. Go ahead and use some pliers or channel locks. Squeeze the clip and pull out on the hose. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pull this hose out. Just grab onto it and pull. Once you have it removed, just set it aside. We can now slide out this rubber boot. Next, we're going to get a 9/16 wrench, and we're going to unscrew the PCV valve. Now, once you remove this, you can clean it with some lacquer thinner or some solvent of some sort. And in a short fix, you may want to do that if you have to. But I found that you'll never get this thing cleaned really good because there's so much carbon buildup inside it. And they're so cheap, so I just replace it with a new one. As you can hear, this is still in working order. So you may want to ask why you're replacing it then. It's because there's carbon buildup in there. It'll eventually go out. I don't know how long this PCV valve has been in here. And the last thing I want is those symptoms that I mentioned earlier. So I'm trying to be proactive than reactive. So for me, I just go ahead and just put a new one. And I know for sure that this is a fresh valve going in. Now that we have it off, now we can install our new valve. This is the one that I bought. I just went down to a local parts store. Here's the number on the side of the box. And this is what our new valve looks like. If you shake it, you can hear the little ball in there going back and forth. That's how they're supposed to work. All right, let's go ahead and install it. Okay, let's go ahead and screw it in. Be careful not to strip the threads. Remember, the threads are steel and you're screwing into an aluminum head. Believe it or not, we're almost done. Now take your 9/16 wrench and just tighten it up. Tighten it till it's snug. Don't over tighten it. Let's go ahead and slide that rubber boot back in. Now let's grab this hose and shove it in that nipple there. Shove it in all the way in. Once you have it in, grab your pliers or your channel locks and go ahead and move that clip all the way up towards the end of the hose. Once you've got it in, you're done. Next, we're going to install our engine cover. Make sure you align all 4 points in place on those little nipples that I showed you earlier. Once you have them aligned, just push down and it'll snap right in. All right, can you believe we're all done? Well, not quite done. Let's start it up and see what it sounds like. Wow. Sounds like it's got a good idle. It still needs to warm up, but it sounds fine to me. Take it around the block, see how it drives. You should be okay for another 25 to 100,000 miles depending on how you drive and what type of terrain you drive. It's a good idea to write this information down on your Kia Bible, so to speak. The date, your mileage, what repair you did, you installed and replaced your PCV valve. You could also put the part number on there for the next time. This is real good information so you don't lose track of what you've done to your car. Plus, it's a bonus for the new owner if you decide to sell it. It'll show how much you cared for your car. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it was very informative. Please check out my other how-to videos. Oh, and check out my new website. There's new items being put in there every day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course, hit the bell. Until then, we'll see you at my next video. Bye.